Hello guys. This time I want to do something a little bit different. I want to detour away from my computer stuff, and instead I want to tell you a story while doing an unboxing. An unboxing of the 35th anniversary Akira box. Let's get to it. There are several unboxing videos of this collection out there that focus on the size of the box, quality of the paper, translation, how heavy it is, and whatnot. So I am not going to do that here. Instead, I am going to tell you a story. The story of how I came across this piece of entertainment. How it impacted me visually, how it has aged, and how I appreciate it now since I also work in the entertainment industry. I'd like to add though, this unboxing is happening 3 years late. This box was released in 2017. I bought it that summer, but I was really busy. I think I was working on Death Note, the Netflix movie, and also Stranger Things Season 2. I was working on both shows at the same time, and I think I was doing overtime, so I totally forgot I had this gem. This story started in the early 90s. I think it was 1993. I was still living with my parents in Mexico City, and this happened 2 years before I moved to Texas. During this time, the internet was still in diapers. It was very difficult to obtain information about games and entertainment. One thing I used to do was to walk to local malls, go to the magazine section, and spend an hour or two browsing magazines about game technology and computer graphics. Unless I saw value or great interest on an article or technology news, I would spend money on a magazine so I could revisit the information later in the future. Another thing I used to do was to go to a street bazaar called Pericuapa in the south of Mexico City. It was a street market where all the stores were painted yellow. In this place you could find from jewelry to underwear to automobile parts to gardening tools. Among these different stores, there was a geeky place where the owner sold comics, trading cards, movie posters, plastic models, and videotapes. His name was Hector. He was a big, tall, white guy with red hair and blue eyes. At first I thought he was a foreigner trying to do business in town, but he always claimed to be Mexican and that he was proud of it. He had no accent. He spoke Spanish just like anyone else. It was he who introduced all the other kids, including myself, to the world of Akira. He had a very unique setup. His local space was small. It was 9 by 9 feet at most. Every weekend he would arrive at 10 a.m. He would hang posters and comics on the walls. He would sit behind the counter and place more comics, trading cards, and plastic models in front of him. And on the left, next to the wall, he would place a small CRT monitor and 2 VCRs on top. One was a VHS and the other one was a Betamax. He would power them up, and then we knew the show was about to begin. He would pull a VHS case out from a bag. He would slide the tape out of the box. He would then place the case at the very top of the VCR so we could all see what he was about to showcase. Then he would stick the VHS tape into the VCR and press play. Every time I saw this scene, I had lots of questions, like who did this? What's the story about? Why so violent? Why is this on tape and not in the theaters? Also, I was amazed at how good the animation was. So fluid, with so much detail, so fast. The characters were unusual. I had never seen character designs like that. Even though it's nighttime, the colors pop. They are so bright. And then the music. It was so cool, so different, so new. The sound of those drums was so dramatic. I had to get me a copy of this. Hector provided 2 purchase options. One was to buy an original VHS tape or Laserdisc, provided that you paid at least 50% upfront, and you would have to wait 1 month because he used to travel to LA once a month to bring merchandise. The second option was to buy a VHS or Betamax copy for $5 and wait a week. Obviously, we all went for the latter option. However, every now and then there were older customers that would come to pick up their orders, and it was jaw-dropping to see an Akira Laserdisc. It was so shiny, so big, so expensive, so distant. Let's fast forward to 1998. During this time, I was living in Dallas, Texas, and I was working for a video game developer called Paradigm Entertainment. One day, after work, I drove to Best Buy on 635, which is a highway, I think. I went straight to the DVD section and I saw this special edition. I knew I had to get it, but then I checked the price and I stopped. At that time, most DVDs cost between $10 to $12. Some would cost $15, and it was outrageous. I paid $32 plus tax. I felt so ripped off, but I really wanted it since I was never able to buy the Laserdisc. So I guess I had to make up for it, or so I told myself. Okay, let's fast forward again to 2020. To me, it is remarkable to see that Akira still holds up as a milestone when it comes to animation, and also that it has passed the test of time. Now that I have been able to put my hands on this collection, I think I'll be able to fill the gaps of what I have missed and understand fully what Akira is all about. Well guys, that is it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed this unboxing / my story of Akira. Feel free to comment and share your story about how you came across Akira. Also, if you like this content, please subscribe and follow me on my social media. The link should be down below. Thank you again, and until next time.